Hello there, my name is Anamaria Guerzon, as I hope you guys know by now, and I am a theater BA student with a minor in communications. I've loved every second of it, to be completely honest. I came to theater and I actually had crippling stage fright for years and years and years, and I would get up stage and cry, and then come back down and be like, I'm never doing that again, but I'd still want to and have this urge to act and sing and create on stage, but I just didn't have the courage to do it. So after time and time again of trying, I was able to get my stage fright down to a dull roar and continue on. So from there, I got into theater and I became passionate about it at high school. I participated in quite a few productions at Youth Theater Northwest. So the way I did that, and the first production that I really did with them, was Cats the Musical, where we wore anime wigs and danced our little hearts out, but then I was able to be part of this devised piece with a group of my peers, and it was really incredible because I was able to write music for the show and act in it, and it was the first time I really felt like people believed in me and thought that I could do this, and I carried that with me all the way towards college, which is how I ended up at PLU. When I decided to pursue theater professionally, I started looking at BA programs, and that's how I ended up here, actually, because you guys had a BFA program, even though I ultimately decided to go the route of BA so I could get a more well-rounded education. My parents also preferred that, which was helpful. PLU Theater and Dance has served me incredibly. I have grown as both an actor, an artist, and a director, and a person. Actually, first semester I was considering dropping the major. I hadn't done any shows here, I didn't feel connected to the program at all. I was scared and homesick and a freshman and anxious. Okay. In my intro to theater class, we all did monologue. Okay. It was one of those moments where you kind of lose yourself to the piece on the stage, and one of those magic moments, which is why we do what we do. And after class, Professor Hobson actually came up to me and asked me what my plan was, and I told him that I was a theater BA student, and but I was considering dropping out, and he said that I should stick with it, and he said that he believed in me. After that, I auditioned for Sweeney Todd, and I was a nervous little freshman and very insecure, and I got in, and I got cast in a pretty big part, and from there I was like, okay, so maybe acting is something that I can do and I can pursue, and maybe it's something that I can really believe in myself. And it really allowed me to just feel solid in my abilities. And I think that's what I needed most of all. After Sweeney Todd, over the summer, I was part of a workshop, actually, with the play Voyagers by Danielle Mohlman. So I had worked with her previously at a workshop of her play Dust. I acted in Voyagers, and I actually orchestrated music for Voyagers. So Danielle had written these beautiful songs, and I gave them instrumentals and a voice, pretty much. It was pretty cool. I got paid for that, actually, quite a bit, and now that I know a little bit more about the professional acting world, more than people would usually get paid for a reading, right? It was really great, though. We got to perform. I actually got to work with actors who had been on Fifth Avenue, and suddenly my dream felt within reach. Back at PLU, however, I was in Comedy of Errors, which was amazing. I loved being Dromio. Comedy of Errors was actually really essential to the way that I performed, because it was such a different role that I was playing a male, redhead, identical twin, which is just so far from what I am. Whoa! It blew my mind! I was actually a part of A Piece of My Heart, the APO show for the season, directed by Sade Asset, and it was incredible. It was honestly one of the toughest processes I've ever been through. My character actually had racially motivated breakdown and suffers from internalized racism throughout the entire play, and it was one of the most challenging acting experiences of my life, but it was also one of the most rewarding, and I will forever be grateful for it, and I'll be grateful that that was the last show I did in a real theater before COVID hit. Summer before my senior year, I was also able to be a part of 2 productions, which is pretty cool. I was able to sort of expand my resume a little bit, but I was a part of Green Stage's The Tempest as Miranda, which was once again cool because we were supposed to do Shakespeare in the Park, so in our Zoom park, we had a great time. After that, we come to this year. I ran for and won APO president, so now I am president of Alpha Psi Omega. Done lots of responsibilities and lots of organizing this year, and that's pretty cool. Apart from that, I'm also going to be directing the spring show Dust. by Danielle Molman. With that, I was able to continue my work on the Kilroy's list, which I've been interested in since I was 17 years old and first heard about it. Now I am directing what might be the world premiere of a Kilroy's List award-winning play, and I'm really, really excited. I honestly can't thank PLU enough for what they've given me. They've given me confidence and self-esteem, and overall I've had an incredible time, and it's going to be really bittersweet to say goodbye. I love you all. Any professor I've ever had has especially touched my life, but I've also made just a lot of friends that I think I'm going to carry with me the rest of my life. Thank you so much. I'm Anamaria Guerzon. This is my capstone. And one more thing I have for you guys. I will actually be putting the link to my website in the description below, so check that out. Check out my webpage, which includes my acting credentials, my resume, a couple links to trailers of things I've been in, the Zoom production of Tempest, actually, if you're interested, as well as a podcast I was featured on and the demos I did when I was orchestrating for Danielle. So all those things, I have an acting tab, playwriting tab, and a musician tab. So all of those things, if you're interested, you should check it out at my website and the link down below. Thank you so much, everyone. It's been incredible.